start by removing the moldings. And we can start cleaning up the bedside, mark our lines, and get cutting.
Yeah, break. Run back to go back.
All right, so what we did is we marked from the edge of the stake pocket here. We're using an 1 3/8 tape. So this will be our cut on the inside. And then we mark 6 inches back. We'll put another tape line. We mark the 6 inches all the way down. We'll put our tape line, measure it again, and start cutting. Right here we leave about a 1/4 inch away from the tail light. We make our first tape line straight down. We measure 6 inches off of that. All the way up. All right, let's tape off the front. Alright, so for the top we're going to measure 14 inches back so we can offset this cut on top. Measure it again. Alright, next thing we want to do, we're going to put a straight line all the way across all these tape. Make sure it's nice and straight. All right, so that's how you make the step. We're gonna cut on the inside here and on the inside on this side. Once we bring it together, this should all line up. All right, we got the lines all marked out. Got a 14-inch cut in the front, 6-inch cut in the rear. All right, so we got all our tape lines marked out. We're gonna go ahead and start cutting them out. Alright, now we'll just lift this cutout section, and I put a cut on the back side just to break it away. There you go. There's our second piece. So once you got the bed sides cut, the next section we'd cut out is this top. We'll cut a line here, and then we'll cut it all the way around the back side. Now that all four of these top pieces are cut, we could mark the inner wall and cut that next. This rear portion, we mark 6 inches back, and then there's some spot welds we drill out. We'll cut that 6-inch piece, and then we'll let this overlap just like the factory one did. The lowest section here, we're going to cut through the backside, just following the line. Next thing we need to do, remove this 13mm bolt from the backside, and then drill out the spot welds on the inside, and we'll remove this panel, this inner piece. Alright, so once we drill out the spot welds on the backside, we'll come in here with the flathead, start separating the panel from this inner lip. Alright, now we're going to try to separate the inner piece from this. there were some spot welds on the inside of here that we couldn't actually drill out. So that's what was fighting us. All right, we got both sides cut out. The next cut I want to show you is a small one. You're going to cut maybe about 1/8 of an inch here. You can cut 1/4 inch just so it can slide under on this side. So for the bottom cut, I like to use this angle, this square. It's 2 inches wide on this side, and that'll get us the perfect distance away from the inner rail. So right where these bolts go, where these bed bolts go here, there's a structure under there. So we just need to get away from that. That way we're not cutting through 2 pieces of metal. All right, we'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll just put our square down and match the lines and fill in the center. All right, so that's our first line. We'll go ahead and lay down our first tape line, and then we'll mark 6 inches back. Alright, so now we got all those marked out. I'll put my square down, put our second line. Alright, our second line's down. We go ahead and start laying down some tape. As I lay the tape down, I'll be measuring, making sure we're still exactly at 6 inches. So that's our floor cut there, all the way through. Here's the pieces we cut out so far. Alright, so now that we got the beds chopped, I'm going to show you how to do the bed scars. Make it using a small cutoff wheel, old cutoff wheel. You're going to run this up and down the side right here. Let the sheet metal ride on this. Alright, so that's it for the rear part of the frame. Again, grind these rivets down on top, cut right above the cross member, cut right in front on the bottom, and then match that cut.